welcome to our first edition of Cooking with Kids. Today we are going to be making a crustless quiche, and we actually are going to be making them in the mini brownie pan from Pampered Chef. So we're gonna have multiple mini quiches, and this is my helper today, Jojo. Can you say hi, Jojo? Hi. So Jojo loves cracking eggs, and so she is going to help me with that. So Jojo, can you go ahead and crack 2 eggs?
We can crack this one.
Oh, I can crack this one? Awesome, thank you. Good job, Jojo. Can you put the shells in here, in the other bowl? All right, so now we're gonna crack 2 more eggs, and we're gonna try to get mostly yolk. Do you know what that means? It means mostly yellow part. So when we take it apart, we're gonna try to get just the yellow part and put the whites in there. Or we could do all of it. Either way. Oh, you did. You spilled a lot of the white on the tablecloth, so that's okay, because most of the yellow went into the bowl. Good job, Jojo. All right, so what I'm gonna let you do now is I'm gonna let you start whisking that together. So for those of you who are following along, it is 2 eggs, the whole thing, and 2 egg yolks. If you have kids helping you and they don't follow that exactly, it's perfectly fine. You can just do 4 eggs altogether. I know, you're mixing it really well. Good job. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add some salt. Jojo, can you add some salt in there? Shake, shake, shake. There you go. So you want a couple of pinches of salt. Jojo added some salt. And next we're gonna add some pepper. Can you add some pepper in there? Just a little bit more. There you go, good job.
2.
Nice job, Jojo. All right, to that, we are going to add a cup of half and half. And if you want yours to be a little bit more fluffy, you can certainly add more half and half.
I want mine to be half and half.
You want yours to be more fluffy?
Yeah.
All right, so I have these awesome nesting measuring cups, also from Pampered Chef, that we are going to add in. Yes, you may. Jojo's gonna add in, oh, she says that's enough. What do you think? Good job, Joanna. Is that a lot? Yummy. We're gonna actually need this again because we have to use it for our cheese. So put our cheese in there. And we are going to add to that a teaspoon. So this is also a Pampered Chef product, and it is an adjustable measuring spoon. So it goes from teaspoon all the way up to tablespoon. We're gonna add a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Ooh, that's yummy. You know what, actually, I'm not gonna add a whole teaspoon. I'm gonna add a half teaspoon because I feel like a teaspoon, the recipe said a teaspoon, but I'm thinking that half a teaspoon is actually gonna be enough. Can you put that in there for me, Jojo? And then we are going to mix in our cheese. So this recipe is ham, Gruyere, and leeks crustless quiche. However, I could not find Gruyere at a reasonable price, so I'm using instead the creamy triple cheddar creamy melt from Kraft. So feel free to substitute. If you don't have ham, you could certainly use bacon. If you don't have leeks, you could also use spinach. So these recipes, the great thing about these recipes is that they're very versatile. So with our quarantine, if there are things that you cannot find, you can definitely substitute other things, no problem. Joanna, can you put the cheese in for me? Yeah.
Put it in there.
Yes, ma'am. Can you go ahead and put it in there? Good job, thank you. A little bit more. Perfect. All right, and you're gonna mix that together. Good job, you already know what you're doing. So for the leeks, I rinsed them and cut them lengthwise, and then I put them in a pan with some water to just over medium heat to get the leaves nice and softened. And then I drained the water, and I am now cooking them in a little bit of butter just to make them a little bit brown before we put them in our recipe. So I'm gonna go get those now, and we'll add those to the recipe next. So we have our leeks, and I let them cool just a little bit because they're still a little bit big, and I want them to be a little bit smaller just because my kids don't love it whenever there are really large pieces of vegetable in their food. So I'm gonna cut it down, chop it up just a little bit. Thank you. And I am using the Pampered Chef butcher's knife to cut this down. And then I'm gonna let JoJo put it in. Just a minute. Okay, baby doll. Okay. And it has this great protective sleeve so that whenever it's not in use, you don't have to worry about little ones getting a hold of it and hurting themselves. So we're gonna put this in our cup here. We're gonna mix it into our mixture. And then I'm gonna let JoJo do the garlic peeler. Can you add that in, baby doll? Yes, would you mind? Good job, JoJo. Awesome. All right, so this is the vegetable or the garlic peeler from Pampered Chef as well. I have a clove of garlic here that I'm going to grate up. I do love garlic, and so here goes your piece. So you're gonna put it in here and you're gonna roll it around. Smush it down like that and roll it around. Did you peel it? Let's see. See if we got it. Good job.
Mommy, can I move that?
Yes, you may. In just a minute, you may.
Ooh, peel it up.
Yeah, it all comes apart. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of garlic into our recipe. So I have a microplane here. We're gonna just grate it up, JoJo. So let me just show you, when you're cooking with kids, just be sure to give them clear instruction. I don't let JoJo use knives, obviously, but so this part is the sharp part, and this is not a super sharp micro grater, just to let you know. But so we're gonna go like this, but we wanna keep our fingers away from this part so that we don't get cut, okay? You wanna hold it and mommy grate it, or you wanna try to grate it? Okay, go ahead. Wow, good job, JoJo. All right, let me do some too. All right, and so we're gonna mix that all together. And we're gonna put our ham in. Help me with the ham, JoJo. So we just got some diced ham. Again, since we're talking a lot about substitutions, like I said, you can certainly use bacon if that's what you have. Or if you wanted a vegetarian option, you could certainly leave the ham out. Can you go ahead and put that ham in there? You can eat it after we put some of it in our dish. JoJo is a big ham and turkey lunch meat lover. Good job. A little bit more. Good job. All right, so we're putting about a cup of meat in here. You can eat it after let's go ahead and finish making our dish first, and then you can have some. All right, so JoJo is gonna go ahead and finish mixing that, And while she is doing that, I am going to spray the mixing pan, or the baking pan, with just some olive oil spray. You can certainly use Pam if that's what you have. And I want to show you also, this is the microwavable egg cooker from Pampered Chef. We use this a lot in my house because this makes a single serving of eggs. So if you don't want to wait until eggs bake, you could certainly put this recipe in here and have just a miniature size of that. So now we are going to put our dish into the baking pan. You gonna help me? Good job. 1, 2. It will taste so nummy. I think it will too. The other thing you could do, I think that would be really yummy in this dish, is to use some onion. If you like onion, you could certainly do that as well. We are all done for right now. We're gonna go ahead and let this cook. So I preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook these down for about 15 minutes, and then I will show you what they look like as soon as they are out of the oven. Jojo, it's time for you to taste it and see what you think.
Nummy.
Nummy? Yay! Lauren, my friend, can you tell us how we can make our recipe even healthier by using some essential oils, and which would be the best to put in this particular recipe?